Album Review, the podcast where four totally unqualified guys review a different album every week in the hope of broadening our knowledge of music. However, we are easily swayed off topic and have no real idea what we are talking about. Today's album is Ed Sheeran, Divide.
Woo!
Thank you, Joe. I was waiting for that.
No worries.
That sort of intro piece.
No worries.
Okay, Ed Sheeran. It's an interesting one because
Fuck's sake.
every song was so big, almost on this album.
Big.
You know, in terms of like when it was released, almost every song on this album was like in the charts. So when I was going through, when I initially picked this, I was hoping to find something that I hadn't heard, and that didn't really happen. I was like, shit, I've heard everything on here already, despite the fact never actively trying to listen to this album. Because when I initially picked it, I first went on Eraser, and that was like the only song on this album I'd never heard. So it's like, oh, there's going to be a few I don't know then. But no, that wasn't the
And that
case.
was it.
It was just Eraser was the only one I hadn't heard. Really. Maybe some of the slower ones I hadn't heard before. But, so it made it very difficult that the songs that probably are great, they never felt great because I'm like, I know this song's good. So it was trying to, even though like emotionally when listening to this album, I was kind of like, never really wanted to listen to it because I knew everything on it. But at the same time, trying to just review head on to be like, oh, what makes this album good? It was quite easy to find quite a few things about what made, like, by picking up on things that I'd usually used to review previous albums. Like, in terms of, like, pacing and putting the songs in the right places, it's like, almost perfect.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, there's slow songs are mixed in with the more upbeat songs, the different vibes. It's never like, oh, all the best songs are songs 4 to 8 or something, you know? Like, they are scattered across the album. The only thing that I'd usually obviously like review things on would be like an outro song or an intro thing that I don't feel like it really had, but they weren't like, I didn't like downrate it for that.
I was going to say, I don't think there was like Eraser, what was the last song? Was it Save Myself?
Yeah.
I don't feel like either of them were outro or intro-y songs. They were all just songs, you know?
Yeah, but they were good enough. And so it made it tricky because a lot of the songs, I don't think there's a bad song on the album, but there was just, to me, boring songs. And I think that's because... Oh.
What was that?
What was what?
There was like a scream of some kind.
It might have been through my mic. I was yawning.
It might have been me inside my head.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Wow.
So it did mean that a lot of the songs... I say a lot of songs, a handful of songs, I was just kind of like, that's okay. But no, like, bad ones. I liked how... Because watching the music videos, all the music videos were very different vibes, and a lot of the songs had music videos because they all did so well. There were almost so many songs on this album you could say were singles.
Oh, really?
Like,
Will, you're in.
Bruh.
And like I don't know what songs were singles that came out before this album came out, but I imagine it would have been quite tricky to pick them. Having said that, though, it's like most popular ones, like popular by a mile, like Shape of You.
Shape of You is like stupidly popular.
It's the most
2.7
listened
billion.
to. It's the most listened to song on Spotify.
It's the most overplayed song on the radio I think I've ever heard besides Circles from Post Malone.
It sounds like you don't listen to the radio all that often, Joe.
No.
Sorry?
To be fair, Shape of You is not in my top 3. Like like a lot of like the ones that I'd heard so much of weren't in the top 3. Apart from one that was like, no, this is still good. So there's so many like it was so tricky, this album, because a part of me was like, I don't really ever want to listen to this album, but then when I put review head on, I'm like, this album's really good. I think I just don't want to listen to it because I know all the songs so much.
Okay.
That's weird, right? Because I could listen to this a fucking 1,000 times and it just never gets old to me. Like, I know all the songs very clearly. I've listened to this album a million fucking times and it just doesn't grow old to me. Like, they just don't age. But I don't know. So when you say like you don't want to listen to it because you know the songs, it's like, but why? Because it's just great
I think
anyway.
it's because I'm not a huge fan of Ed's voice.
Ed.
Oh my god.
What, you on first name basis now, prick?
Me and Ed. Like, I've never listened to an Ed Sheeran song and thought, fuck me, get that on repeat.
No.
I'm always just like, that's a good song. I've never listened to a song of his that I'm like, oh, it's fucking great.
That's a well-written song right there. Thank you, Ed.
And it is interesting, like, I could never really like just find it, but like, I wonder what makes these songs like so mainstream popular. Like, is it because
I think I've got it. I think
they're simple enough and that they're like well-rounded enough?
Joe thinks he's got it.
I think I've got it. Because I don't think he has the most amazing voice in the world. I think he's got a relatable voice, and I think his songs are relatable.
Whoa.
They're humble and
Which is why
grounded.
Joe hates them.
They're humble and grounded. They're
Because
not
Joe
dirty.
doesn't like relatable.
They're not dirty.
I think they're simple enough that most people can enjoy them, but then they're like almost complicated enough that people who know music
like us
can appreciate it.
connoisseurs.
Yeah, like us, connoisseurs of music with that great words like, this song's a bop, as a defining word for where you would like the
really
song.
like this one. It's good. And a vibe.
Literally. But yeah, so that's most of what I have to say about the album. The least favourite was just a case of going through all the slower ones and then trying to distinguish which had the least about it, really. And I went with my least favourite was Hearts Don't Break Around Here, because...
Your least favourite?
Yes, because it was one of the slower songs. I went through all the slower songs and I felt like all the other ones had more about them, more like, that's like a good point or a better feel, whereas I felt no feel in this song. I felt like it was just slow and boring, and then didn't have a lot of else about it. Like, it was pleasant to listen to, but all the other slower songs had something else, which this song just didn't have.
This one has a knife.
Top three. A tricky one, because there was probably about 7 or 8 songs that I picked out as like, these could be in the top 3.
Why are our fucking reviews so similar? This is really weird, because even after I've said my worst favourite, I also put, there are about 10 songs I had to seriously consider for my top 3.
Yeah, same.
Honestly,
So stop copying me.
But it's true, there's so many just good songs. Like,
No,
I
not
feel
you,
like...
Denver.
they're all just on par, aren't they, really? Like, they're all really good.
Like, there's a reason, like, the week this album came out, 8 of 8 songs were in the top 10 songs of that week.
Yeah.
So, like, if you listen to here's this week's, like, top 10 countdown, it was just Ed Sheeran after Ed Sheeran.
It's like, how many other artists have done that?
Are they because the songs are good, though, or is it because he's Ed Sheeran? You know,
The songs are good.
Yeah, but I don't think...
The songs are good.
Like, Ed Sheeran's good, but, like, I would argue, up until this album, like, he was good, but I feel like there was a few artists at least on par with him in terms of, like, popularity.
Yeah.
Until that album came out.
Bro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or he just has a great, like, manager and distributor who just, like, pump the music out everywhere so everybody likes it. I don't know.
No, Joe's right. He's just a relatable guy, isn't he? He's just a guy.
And I think it's
Just a dude.
not...
Just one of the boys. Just guys being dudes.
Compared to, like, stuff like say, metal or pop punky stuff that we may end up listening to through album review, this Ed Sheeran is not defined by, like, an age group, really.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like someone in their 40s and 50s could enjoy this album as much as someone who's 40 and 15.
Oh, yeah, like, my mum plays this all the time.
Whereas, like, if you're 50 and you're still listening to metal, you should really seriously consider your life choices.
No, metal is it's a genre for all
Awful.
ages.
No, it's awful, Joe.
It's a genre
the
for
word
all
you were
ages.
looking for is awful.
Genre
To be fair,
for everyone.
some people hate themselves throughout their entire life.
No, definitely, and I feel like I would, but I still wouldn't put myself through that.
You know, sometimes when you add more pain on top of so much pain you're feeling, it just helps numb things.
The pain go away.
The pain, it's like two minuses make a plus, you know?
No. See, you use plasters to heal your outside boo-boos, but you drink alcohol to heal your inside boo-boos.
Temporarily until the next morning.
Look, I don't need you as my therapist. I'm leaving.
Oh, God.
Forever.
So, top 3. So I ended up almost having to pick... doing the class thing that I seem to do where I picked 3 that were, like, different, that I liked for different reasons rather than just going, here's 3 that I all like for the same reason. kind of thing. So third, I just went with Happier. Because that was one of the mess of slow songs, but I really liked that slow song. It had a really nice tone to that one compared to the others, and I love the subtle build that song has. Like I love builds in songs, but that was just like a really subtle, slow build throughout the song that makes it feel grander at the end. Whereas a lot of the other slower songs just kind of kept the same feel and build throughout the whole thing. Like it set a tone from the beginning and just kind of, it was just him talking throughout the whole song, or singing rather. Whereas Happier actually had more about it to me. Second was What Do I Know? Just a great vibe.
Did you know that one before?
I did know that one before. Actually, it was funny. I had that one added as like one of my liked songs before we listened to this album.
Nice.
What
do you actually favourite the songs on Spotify? Is that a useful feature?
That's how I use it. Yes.
Do you not just make a playlist of songs that you like?
No. Because if I just like the songs, it automatically makes a playlist.
Ah, I did not know that.
It calls it Your Liked Songs.
Ah.
But they just only have one playlist by that account.
No, because then I'm offended by Spotify assuming that I like it enough to put it in a playlist. So I favourite it, and then it's like, oh, you like these songs? And I'm like, don't you ever tell me what to do, Spotify. Don't you fucking touch me.
Sake.
Yeah, and also then it means like songs I liked years ago, sometimes I can put in that and it'll be like, oh, I forgot about this song. Or sometimes I'll put a song on and be like, oh, I don't like this anymore, I'll just unlike it from there. Rather than adding to a playlist is like several clicks. It's a bit of a pain.
Denver, your playlist is entirely Big Fish, Little Fish, Cardboard Box, sung by
I really like that
artists.
song.
It's
like timeless.
Why did Seal do a version of that song? We should do a Seal album.
And What Do I Know? I like the constant like driving bass that it has in the background. Like, it just keeps the song flowing. Even though it doesn't ever really change in build or anything, though. That was the only thing about that song. But I still really enjoyed listening to that. And I liked that before listening to this album. And going back to this album, I still liked it. I think that song's played less like on the radio and stuff. So that one wasn't like spammed out so much. Like Castle on a Hill, Shape of You, Perfect, Galway Girl are all songs that I thought were good.
All great,
but I've heard
man.
way too many times.
Great man.
All
great man.
And number one is it's Barcelona.
No. No, it's not.
It's so good still.
No. Oh, God.
It brings back such good memories, that song of the holiday. I've just played it over and over again. It's upbeat, it's funky, and I was like, I listened back to this because obviously, like, I hated it at the time when we were on holiday playing it over and over again. I listen back to it now, I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I love this song. Like, just the second the intro starts, I'm like, yes, let's go.
The reason you're like that is because that's what we were doing on holiday. Come on, and we were just like hyped for no reason.
I think it brings in what I said before, like with music videos enhancing songs. Like when you have another either occasion or something visual to go along with a song, it can make it so much better. And to me, because playing Barcelona over and over again, when we're on holiday, and still going back to it now, not instantly going, oh, I fucking hate this. I was excited to hear it. I'm like, oh, what a song. So Barcelona is number one.
It's amazing.
I love that.
I love
that. That's your choice.
That's your favourite. That's amazing.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a worst, like, honestly.
Yeah.
No, it's too good. Like I thought that as well, but the second it starts, I'm like, oh god, I actually do like this.
I completely forgot about the Barcelona thing until it came on. I was like, oh my god, it's happening.
It's like mild
just
PTSD.
proving.
Alexa, play Barcelona.
Oh, fuck.
Good job you didn't say that in my room. Then it would start playing it.
Say what, Denver?
I can run in now.
Barcelona. Dun, 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 dun. Barcelona. So yeah, Barcelona's number one. It just stuck out way more than the other songs, I think, because a lot of the songs that sort of missed out, like similar sort of vibe to Barcelona. This was the only thing with, I said about it being well curated. I feel like Barcelona and Bieber, Be Yeah are kind of a similar vibe.
Sorry, say that again.
Just as a story.
Bieber, Be Yeah.
Yeah.
That song, they're kind of very similar feel, those two. That's the only thing of like the ordering. But other than that, like I say, all the good songs are spaced out. And yeah, just a solid album that I wish I hadn't heard it before.
Listening to this for the first time was an experience when it came out.
We stayed up till midnight to listen to it, didn't we?
I think
Amazing.
You did.
You did as well.
No, I woke up at 4 a.m. to listen to it. I didn't realize. I think I knew it was coming out, but I couldn't stay awake, so I woke up really early to listen to it.
I'm pretty sure I was messaging you listening to it.
Maybe we were. Either way, it was incredible.
Amazing.
Wow.
What did you think, Aiden?
Or is it me? Is it?
Oh, I thought that was you starting. I thought you just kicked straight off from me, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good flow here."
Aiden's so good at what he does. He's so good at what he does, and I'm just
I was like,
where
Aiden just knows I finished there,
I'm
and he's
just
just
like,
gone.
where the fuck am I? Help!
I actually, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to make a reference to being like a pensioner locked out of their room. Help!
Get help.
Initially, I did write a note saying I felt like the songs were a bit too long, but I only actually felt that for the songs that I'd heard so much, so I don't think it was necessarily the length of the song that was the problem. It was just that the second I heard like the first chorus in the song, I was like, oh, I know this one. So it felt long just because I knew it, not because I think the song was long, if you know what I mean. Even though the songs were longer compared to albums we've listened to recently, but I actually took that off my notes as a point, really.
Yeah, because it was rude and nasty.
Poor Ed. He's going to be so hurt when he's, behind his tower of money.
Yeah. He's just going to dab his tears dry with some 20s. Or as the drug people carry, 50s. We always talk about this. But Denver's probably one of the only ones of us that's seen a £50 note in real life.
I've seen a £50 note.
I was just about to say, my granddad gave me a £50 note once.
It's because
he was a drug dealer?
Yeah, he was a drug lord, yes. That's the only reasonable explanation. Because nobody carries them. Are they even legal tender anymore?
It is weird, isn't it? You never get given them from an ATM. You only ever get 50s. From a
dealers.
bank.
Oh.
Or drug dealers.
Yeah,
but you have to get the 50 initially from a bank.
Well, I mean, you rob the bank.
Because always, how do the drug dealers get the 50s? They're not printing them.
Well,
it could be.
Money laundering, isn't it?
Imagine drug dealers just print new notes that don't exist. Like, it's £100 note, mate. Oh, cheers, mate.
They have their own local
currency.
The elusive 99p note.
That was a Monster Raving Looney Party thing, wasn't it? They wanted to make a 99p coin.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Like the 99 flake, but they're not 99p anymore.
They're like £1.20. Fucking
the
rip-off.
99p coin, right, would not fix the 99p problem. The reason everything is always like $3.99, it's so they can say it's less than £4.
Yeah, your brain doesn't even register it. It's just like, oh, that's £3 something.
Yeah, it seems like less.
Even though it's literally £4.
So if they made a 99p coin, everything would just become 98p.
Oh, wow, bargain. I don't have to use all of my 99p coin. Ho, 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 ho. Thanks, Joe.
Joe's laugh of the day.
No, I love it. I love Joe's laugh of the day. I like that.
What are your... Oh, fuck's sake, every time.
What? That laugh was a normal laugh.
No, it isn't. You don't laugh like this.
Yes, I do.
He does now.
I do now.
So-
It's my Sunday laugh.
Tune in next week for when he changes it again.
That's like, you know those like door stops that you spring and like...
Did you like that? I'm actually a professional doorstop.
What do you think, Aiden? For fuck's sake.
Alright. I've got to actually sit up properly now, because I was yawning the entire Denver's review, and it wasn't because it was boring, but it certainly didn't help. I think that it's hard to put into words how much the Ed Sheeran albums mean to me, so I'm not even going to try. Just understand that they are very important to me, so my review may be a tad biased.
Gay.
But this album is pretty much perfect. pun intended. I'll leave all the soppy stuff to Will because he's better at expressing his feelings. But yeah, means a lot. All right,
I agree.
Y'all understand that?
I do very much.
I basically can't go into this album review from like a reviewing perspective because I'm way too biased regardless. It's like Joe with any metal album.
It's just like, it's an average metal album. 9 out of 10.
No,
average.
fucking brilliant.
Wow,
All metal albums start
I really
at
like
9.
the bit where they went, and then,
I feel like I've always been very fair in my ratings of
I
metal
wouldn't
album.
say always.
I would say so.
And you rate like an Architects album like a 9.
It's fucking almost perfection.
Oh my god.
You are awful.
Why are we friends with this person?
Oh,
I don't know, honestly.
Because he's the second part of the funniest video on CT, Granny versus Hitman. That somehow is still going up in views. Is it 500 yet?
wasn't it getting like 20 views a day or something like that?
It still basically
It
is.
is. Yeah, it's been doing that for about a month now, just getting 20 views a day. I think it's those bots you've paid for.
Probably.
Have a look.
Me and Denver were speaking about this, and we're pretty sure that you guys are just paying someone. Because nobody would willingly
to just
watch
constantly
that video.
refresh.
It's
Look,
on
again,
489.
Fuck
Yeah.
me. It's up another 4 views since last we checked.
It's alright, we're gonna get to 500.
yeah,
Joe, let's start
we should
paying.
we should repost it. Start paying people.
Hang on, we all have access to CT. I could just delete it.
Fuck off.
You guys are just salty because you're not in it.
Yeah, that's the reason, Joe.
That's the reason.
No, it's because it's not the best video we have.
It's not, but it's still a good one.
It's not.
It's not. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, he's backtracking. No, I'm hard
I'm
against
trying to think.
it.
I'm thinking.
All
I
the
want
Rocket
the My
Leagues.
Name is Earl one. I think that's what
My
we
Name is
peaked.
Earl. It's a great video. God, I love it. What a Rocket League video. Anyway, I think it was so hard to pick a least favorite because they were all just great. But I had to go for Hearts Don't Break Around Here.
Oh shit!
That's right. Because I think it is still great, and lyrically it's not bad, but the vibe that it's trying to capture was already done better elsewhere on the album.
Yeah.
So like it's just like a lesser perfect, it's a lesser dive or whatever. Lesser happier. So it's fine, and it's good, but it's just they do it better. And now, as I mentioned before, the top 10 songs. There are 10 songs that I had to seriously consider for the top 3 positions. Because like normally you'd have like 2 of them in your mind already. Maybe when you go into an album, you listen to it, and you're like, oh, this one's probably the best, and this one's like maybe third. And then like you sort of like that wasn't the case with this. I was like, any of these could be anywhere, and I don't know where the fuck to put them. So I asked my good friend Mike Tyson to help me. Mike Tyson, get in here. He's just shy.
Yeah, so I thought the album was fair, good album. So, yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Mike Tyson.
I thought you were going to do the impression, that's what I was waiting for.
No, I think it was waiting for someone else.
No,
so I had to chime in.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, to be honest. Everyone was silent, so I was like, throw a curveball in. Fuck it. My third favourite, Galway Girl. It's funky, it's
That's a good
punky, it's spunky, it's other words that don't end in unky. It's a really upbeat song, and it's just super wholesome. It's nice.
I like the girl in the video.
I haven't seen the video.
It's that famous actor.
Is she
What's her
Galway?
name? What?
Is she Galway?
I'm not sure. I think she's Irish. I don't know if she's from Galway, though.
What? Who?
I've forgotten the girl in Galway Girl.
But was she stood in a room that is just adjoining to other rooms? So she's a hallway girl.
Did you have you heard a song as popular as that with that? What instrument is it that plays like the Irish?
What, the fiddle?
Is that what it is? Is it a fiddle?
Played the fiddle in an Irish band. It's in the song.
Oh,
Brilliant.
wow. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, what popular songs do you know that have a fucking fiddle in them? Like, do you know any other than Galway Girl?
Hey Siri, what popular songs have a fiddle in them?
At number 1, we've got Commitment Issues by Central C.
What the fuck is
Commitment
that?
Issues by...
Commitment Issues. What is that song?
Go have a look.
How is it even? Does it even know what I've commitment issues?
Has it got a fiddle in it?
But it's grime. No, it doesn't.
Oh, it's a proper fiddle.
Why has that come up?
Man's act like a waste man.
I like Central C never fails me.
Does it not?
That's one of the comments.
I feel like I've been failed by Central C for
Anyway.
not having a fiddle in the song.
Carry on.
Second favourite, Dive. I think he's got
Dive.
a lot of passion in this song, and he just goes hard, you know, like proper filthy, like absolute dog shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, proper.
He goes strong
filth.
vocally, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and I like that. I think he definitely shows his range a lot in that song,
He does.
and that's good.
Oh
Good
shit.
for him. No, it is hot shit. I'm glad that everyone's contributing a lot.
I do think it's great.
Thank you, Will.
I like
But-
it when he dives.
Right.
I wasn't a
Sorry,
huge
did you
fan of
just
that
say you
whole
liked it when he
music.
died?
Like it when he
Dives.
dies.
Himself to drive the
Vz.
song.
Sorry, Denver, can you say all that again?
I didn't think too much to Dive because I like the music itself to drive the song, whereas that's very vocally driven. And as I said, I'm not a huge fan of his voice, so to me that song's just okay.
I see. And my number 1. And there needs to be a disclaimer in here. Before anyone says, I don't give a single sliver of a fuck if it's been overplayed. It's perfect. Because it's incredible in every way.
It is incredible. It's a great song.
If anyone uses that as an excuse as to why it shouldn't be there, go fuck yourself.
I didn't
Understand?
actually even add that to my liked songs.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself. I'm like an angry man on CSGO. Kill yourself. Easy.
To me, that one's just happy is just a better perfect to me.
Die. Fucking die. Yeah, overall, this album changed me, and I'm glad it exists.
Right, it changed you. What would you say it changed about you?
Well, I understood that my best friend Joe Midwood was an absolute piece of wank.
Oh,
Because I was like,
Why
there's so
did
much.
this song-
I was like, there's so much beauty in the world in this album, and then I looked at Joe and I was like, oh,
so much disgust. But what does the like? Because on Apple Music, fucking Apple Music, on Spotify, you can't like see a non-deluxe version. Like, what does the deluxe version of this album add?
I'm pretty sure it just stops at Supermarket Flowers, doesn't it?
Does it
Also,
add?
Barcelona
Does it add
isn't on the original.
Does it add the version of Perfect that's got that crazy Russian guy in it? Going.
Well, we're listening to it, and we don't have that song, Joe.
That version.
We're
of it.
listening to the deluxe version, Joe.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
so
what
we
I'm saying.
are.
What does it not have on it? No,
Then I'm pretty sure when it came out, it just was a deluxe.
that's not a thing.
That's not a thing. I'm pretty
No,
sure it
actually,
was.
to be fair, I think it was like legit.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that my mum has the normal version. I bought her just it, thinking that it was this. Because when me and Will originally listened to it, it was just the deluxe one.
Yeah.
Sadly, it might be a thing.
Isn't it interesting? So, you know, like, obviously this did very well and everything. You know what its Metacritic score is, this album?
Probably not high, right?
62.
People
Wow.
like to hate on things that are good and like to fucking parade around
Oh,
things that
the
are
thing
shit.
is, Ed Sheeran has always been like really consistent, right? And people always just have a resentment against new things because it's not like the other stuff, even though it's good. You know, does that make sense?
As well as music's very simple. So, reviewers like to rate things that are
Really
different,
technical.
wildly different, high.
Yeah, to be fair, I listened to like what was like the highest rated on Metacritic album of last year, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was
Exactly.
so weird.
They're like, oh, it's so different. Listen to the way he uses the instruments, and he's like fucking plucking the violin string. Dun,
And it was like-
dun,
it was
dun,
like-
dun. Wow.
It was by this like woman who only had like
one eye
like,
and an
like
arm.
50,000, 60,000 monthly listeners. It made like the best album. So it also meant, because obviously Metacritic puts together all the reviewers. So obviously only people reviewing it who sort of were very specific to that genre were reviewing it. So
Sure.
that also helps. Just to clarify, yes, the deluxe edition added Barcelona onwards.
Hey, I knew
Ah.
it. See, look at that. I'm
So
pretty
the
smart.
original one ends with Supermarket Flowers.
You were spot on, Aiden.
I'm pretty smart.
This smart boy. You is that me?
Well, I said overall at the end.
Oh, did you? Okay. So this album, I feel like I've not got too much to say in terms of.
Because it's dog shit.
Absolute
filth.
filthy wank. Oh,
Oh, so good.
It's
Because-
dirty.
I feel like there's nothing I can say that's bad about this
dog
album.
water. Sorry.
It's dog piss.
Surely
Cat shit.
that all means it's great, right?
Yes. In Joe's terms, yes.
I just have nothing bad to say about this album at all. Like, I think it's absolutely fucking amazing.
And as Will Davey knows, if you can't say anything negative, don't say anything at all.
Exactly. No, I just think it reminds me of happy times. It reminds me of being younger, and just I don't know, probably the happiest time of my life. Would you say?
this isn't the happiest time of your life now?
No.
Oh yeah, being in lockdown really makes me happy.
Oh, cheers.
Thank you, Will.
What?
It's
Do you not-
really upset him now.
Oh,
That mate.
No, it's just like
No, you're right. This isn't the happiest time.
no, like
It fucking with you.
it transitions
Oh, no,
when he
Jesus.
moved in with you, Denver.
I know. It's actually his worst time of his life right now.
it just
he
was.
He didn't
like-
know it originally.
It was just like the best time ever. Like it's just in school, you don't realize how great things were. You don't have to worry about anything, and you stay up till midnight to listen to hear a new Ed Sheeran album, and it turns out fantastic. And it's just everything was great, and
Oh my god, was this the last time that
happiness
something-
happened.
Maybe, but what I meant specifically is I was looking forward to something and it didn't end up being wank. Looking at you, Last of Us 2.
I love Last of Us 2. It did
Shut
not
up.
disappoint.
Shut
Neil
up, it
Druckmann's a golden
disappointed.
god.
Neil Druckmann's a son of a bitch!
No, it's just generally every song. I feel like this is probably the hardest album ever to have picked a top 3 because there's, like you say, probably 10 that could have been. Like, it's crazy that there's so many songs in this album, yet it never feels too long to me. I feel like I can just fly through it. There's just so much emotional baggage with this album entirely as well. So, like Aiden is probably a bit biased, but I just love it so much. Like I say, literally nothing bad to say about it. And the pacing, as you've already said, is fantastic. The worst for me, though, is actually How Would You Feel? Payen. It was between that and Heartstick Break Around Here, but I thought, How Would You Feel? That's what it says in brackets, yeah. I'm guessing
Does
that's
it?
what it... How would you feel?
Joe can't read, so he doesn't know.
No, that's not how you pronounce it.
How do you pronounce
There
it
we
then?
go.
It's PN then,
How do you know that?
because I've pronounced it before.
Is it? Did you do a bit like when we played
Well, you
that?
just didn't even know that it was a thing.
What was that fucking Icelandic thing where I spent a time actually trying to pronounce that word?
Milo
like
Maskova.
Vala. Yeah.
That thing.
Great song.
Yeah, it was between those two songs being the worst. But I feel like Heartstick Break Around Here at least picked up at the end a bit and had a bit more to it, whereas How Would You Feel, I just think is like very monotone the whole way through, which the only reason that it... I still think it's a great song. As I say, I literally don't think there's a bad
What?
song on the album.
Do you guys know what PN means?
No.
Well, for starters, are you pronouncing it right? Did you look this up?
Hold on.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's PN. It's PN.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It means a song of praise or triumph, a creative work expressing enthusiastic praise.
Yes,
that
expression
is-
of praise.
That is how it means. I wouldn't say that this song is that.
I mean, technically, I suppose he is praising the person that he's singing it to.
Sure.
It's like Jesus' song.
What was that? Incoming.
Sorry, that was
someone about to be fucking blown up
in Spanish.
Oh right. I thought it said incoming, and I was like, oh, someone's about to fucking die.
Incoming.
Incoming.
I'm coming.
No.
Oh.
What?
So
it'll be in like Flynn.
I'll give you my top 3, which I feel like could be changed any day, to be honest. So almost not relevant. But third for me is Nancy Mulligan. Bit out there, but I just love like the Irish tones behind it. I love the story. In fact, it's about his grandma and granddad. And it's just fucking great. And it's proper jazzy.
Jazzy.
Not jazzy. What's the word? Just
Snazzy.
funky. Like it's just
Shit.
Just leave. No, it's great. Second for me is Barcelona. Fantastic fucking song. Never gets old. Makes me want to go on holiday, and it just makes you feel great no matter what. Like it's just amazing. But number 1, and I don't care what anyone says, is fucking Castle on the Hill. I feel like that's the most relatable song on the entire album to me. It's just that
because we all have a fucking castle.
Did you also break your leg when you were 6?
We're all from the country, and it's just like it reminds you. It's just great. Like this, that song I feel like represents what this album feels like to me. It's like a reminder of like things being great and just like back in your childhood and just those times. So it kind of like gives me that whole feel.
I drive at responsible speeds in the
Grainthorpe roads.
Yeah, driving in those country lanes, you know.
Whereas
I drive at responsible speeds. I didn't break my leg when I was 6, either.
Do you know what? I might have.
Did you?
I was either 6 or 7 when I broke my leg.
You do have weak bones.
Mm.
That's why everyone laughed at you in primary school. They're like, weak bone boy. And you're like, no, stop, guys, stop.
I got
Hope the breeze isn't too much.
You're like, guys, no, be quiet. And then you like fall over. Oh, my wrist. And they're like, oh, break bone boy, blah, blah.
I got my leg stuck in a bridge once, didn't I? At primary school.
Your leg stuck in a bridge.
Stuck in a bridge.
Yeah, you know those like little play bridges, and they've got like the little gaps in between.
Right, you mean like a drawbridge type
thing? Yeah, I got my foot stuck in it. I couldn't get it out, and I begged them to chop my leg off because I was just like I was sick of it. You know, I was sick of the pain, sick of the panic. I was like, just chop it off. The pain. Just chop it off.
So your mum came out of the canteen.
She came out of the canteen. She was like, "What's going on, guys?"
Joe is now
legless.
legless.
Into the not canteen.
Turns out that was the plane crash all along.
Some great consistency on that.
No worries.
That's off to the viewer that spotted. What a guy. Or girl.
What a guy. Or girl. Actually, I've just checked the audience. Our audience is 100% male.
Yeah, they are.
What a guy.
Yeah.
You say that, but on Spotify, like podcast, our listeners are 70% female.
Oh, wow.
I always forget that we do it on Spotify. Go check it out on Spotify.
Go check it out on YouTube.
Either one.
Eventually it's moving entirely to Spotify, so, you know.
Yeah.
Get it while it's hot.
Overall, this album will never feel old to me. I love it so much, and there's not a lot of better albums out there at all. I think it's fantastic.
Big truth, Will Davey. Big truth.
Big Will.
Joe.
Massive Will Davey.
Is it me?
Gigantic Joe.
You are the only one left. So,
that was just the quickest Will Davey review I think I've ever seen.
There's no bad point.
What was your favourite? Mock you? Is he trying to mock you?
Oh no, hang on, it was Castle on the Hill, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I wasn't really knowing what to expect when I came into this album because obviously I've heard it a million times before.
So surely you would know exactly what to expect.
Well, no, because I was kind of just like, I've been there, done that, kind of bored of it, you know?
Got the t-shirt.
And then I listened to it. And it just brought me back, like instantly. Just brought me back into it. And I was like, fuck. There's so much variety. There's so, like, if you thought one song was boring, the next one was going to be fucking amazing. And just put on beat. And it was just like, it brought me all the nostalgia, right? All of it. Loved it. I was expecting to go, boring. But no, I'm here saying, holy shit, this is just one of my favourite albums ever.
Whoa.
Yeah, like legit. I think it's genuinely my favourite Ed Sheeran album as well. I'd go as far to say that.
I'd agree with that as well.
So, yeah, a lot of variety. My big issue, well, I say big issue. I don't really have any big issues with this album. They're all pretty.
It's a lie. It's a genuine lie. Check it off your bingo cards. Huge issue, right? Not so big.
Joe
Not so
immediately
big.
contradicts himself. Tick.
For God's sake.
Check it on your bingo cards.
Joe had a different laugh.
Is that
Tick.
I'll tell you what. No one could tick off their bingo cards. And Will didn't mention once that we've actually been
seen
to
live? I was waiting for it. I
I
was
knew I was
waiting
going
for
to
a
get
whole
ripped
review.
into as soon as I fucking said it. But we did go to Wembley Stadium and see him.
We did. Yeah,
And it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so kind of what I said earlier with the song Perfect is that you cannot now tell Alexa to play it without it playing the stupid Russian version. You can't get the original version unless you actually...
Russian? What are you on
So-
about?
Hey Siri,
Every
Alexa,
time I've thingied
play
Alexa,
Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
It's not Russian, it's Italian.
it always plays the crazy Italian Russian guy.
What are you talking about Russian? Andrea Bocelli
Alexa,
is
stop.
Italian.
It plays the normal version for me.
No, lies.
Okay.
Joe's lied again. Tick
I mean,
it
you
off.
can actually see on Discord.
Where's the detective? No, it's still the Russian guy. I'm telling you.
It's
It
not
may say
Russian,
it's the normal
it's
version.
Italian!
It's still the Russian guy.
I'm gonna fucking slap you. That's pissing me off.
So that kind of ruined the song for me. Although it is like, so it's not on my top 3, but it's still a fucking great song. There's a couple of songs. Well, like what you guys kind of said. Just all the songs are great. Like the top 3 isn't really the top 3. It's like a top 10. You know.
Yeah.
I can't even find the Russian version.
Oh my god, if you say that one more time.
So a couple of honourable mentions I would go with would be obviously Shape of You, just very overplayed, and Galway Girl, two very strong contenders that didn't make it. Also, Castle on the Hill is about, that whole song is about where Holly is from, my girlfriend.
Suffolk.
It's about where she's from, because that's where Ed Sheeran is from.
Coincidence? Well, yes.
Does she know Ed Sheeran?
What?
Does she know old Eddie?
Apparently, she's not seen him, but obviously where she lives is the village that he got brought up in, and apparently he comes there and people see him all the time and stuff. So
That's cool.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And like, I think he talks about the A14, and Holly was like, "Oh, that's the road to Ipswich," or something like that. So I can't remember what town it was, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he supports Ipswich.
Yeah, so there you go.
Because we're great friends like that, I know that.
Yeah,
My-
you and Ed.
My
You go
worst
way
song
back.
was actually Nancy Mulligan. And I didn't get in the, not a bad song, I just didn't get in the vibe. I didn't feel those vibes.
Nancy
You know?
Mulligan.
We're
Nancy
terrible
Mulligan, yeah.
reviewers. We're so bad.
Didn't feel the vibes, didn't feel like singing along to it at any point, whereas I did most of the other songs.
What's wrong with you?
My third favourite is Hearts Don't Break Around Here.
Well, your
Coincidence.
third
Your
favourite
third favourite.
is Hearts Don't Break.
What the
Around
fuck
Yeah.
are you? Nancy Mulligan is your word. Heartbreak
It's-
Around Here is your third.
Correct. It's just
Fuck
such
That's
a,
my
nothing
life.
about it.
it's just sweet. It's such a sweet song. It's just a sweet, nice little. I love the piano. I love the when he goes yeah 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 yeah.
I don't
like that
understand
bit.
your brain. I
It's
don't
just
understand
such a
your brain.
sweet and nice song. But again, you say this, Will, but you know how close everything was. You know how like
Yeah,
similar.
but Hearts Don't Break Around Here doesn't make the top 10
Anyway,
songs that I would pick.
I
And Nancy
It's
Mulligan
actually, it
definitely makes
the
the top
bottom
10.
16.
second favorite, Castle on the Hill. It's one of the few songs that I can almost sing to without my voice breaking. He's got a very high voice though.
Hey, stop
Yeah.
a second. I've only just seen that Will linked me the song
Yeah,
that with Andrea Bocelli.
yeah.
One, he's not Russian. Two, it's not even called Perfect. It's called Perfect Symphony. How the hell do you get that come up?
Well, and it's any time I go, Alexa, play some Ed Sheeran, that is always like the first song that comes up.
Right. So it's a classic Joe. He's not quite given the full story. Because that is a song by Ed Sheeran. So if you played that, asked him to play that, that would come up.
Yeah, but it never plays the normal Perfect when you
Yeah,
ask.
but you haven't asked it to play the normal Perfect.
Yeah, but why would it immediately go for that one though?
Because it's probably more recent than the original.
And also, I knew the guy wasn't Russian. I just didn't know where else he was from. And now I'm sticking with Russian.
I'm gonna slap you. He also did the song with Beyonce, but that was shit.
It's called Perfect. Oh, he's brought out Perfect Duet with Beyonce as well. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's literally what I just said, Joe.
Yeah, I remember that being on the radio.
Sorry, Will. When you speak, I just hear white noise.
Trust me, that's the same.
That could be a song, a song lyric.
When you speak, I hear white noise.
When you speak, I hear white noise.
Now I'm in the club
Exactly.
with these white boys.
Joe, that was quite good.
Thank you.
Because it does sound that shit.
Second favourite, Castle on the Hill. I feel like I can actually, I enjoy singing along to this one. Really good chorus, whatnot.
I don't know, that's not what you originally said. I think you said I could out-sing Sheeran on this song.
And then my favourite song is one that I actually have a big emotional connection to. Just like, anytime I sing it, I actually shed a tear. And I remember, my long drives from Grainthorpe and back, when I used to come see you guys and stuff.
What a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I used to just sing my heart out to this song. And it always made me shed a tear because I get into it, And that is Dive. Big emotional.
Hey, is that your second favourite?
That's my first favourite.
Oh shit, what was your second?
Castle on the Hill.
Oh.
Classic Denver not listening.
When you speak, I just hear white noise.
Wait, I just hear white noise.
Oh.
Dirty. So yeah, all in all, this album is very close to perfection. Very nostalgic. I thought it was going to be nostalgic, but I'd still be like, meh, I've heard it. But no, it, like Will said, it doesn't grow old. It's just great. There you go.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thanks, Joe.
Ratings. 8.
10.
10.
9.
Fuck me.
Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the next?
That's 36, isn't it? Maths, 37.
That's 37.
Woo!
That's the highest rated album.
Fuck! We got a winner, boys!
Oh, finally.
That's sick. That's awesome. I'm really glad that got that. I wasn't
The
expecting
previous
it.
highest was 35.5, so it beat it by 1.5.
I wasn't expecting it until I listened to it, I thought this is going to be it, and then I thought this is going to be it.
I like how you're telling someone on the other side of the room those things.
I like he's gone to the bathroom to tell
Sorry.
me.
I literally just leant forward a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it was a great album, wasn't it?
Yeah, great album, guys. Fuck off. We've got a sensitive microphone.
Just telling someone in the back room.
I like it. Just walk away from you, Dan. What did you think? In fact, Devin, can you shout, what did you think? And then walk to the other side of the room and reply to yourself.
So what did you think about the album? Oh yeah, I thought it was really good.
He's talking to himself.
That's so dumb. I love that you can hear him run away as well.
No, I'll cut that bit. It was seamless.
That's so good.
To be fair, I nearly fell over. I got caught on my headphones.
Brilliant.
Classic.
Who thought that would have been amazing?
Just fucking dies.
Just dives.
Oh.
What's the next album, Joe?
After many thoughtful consideration, much consideration about putting you all through pain
Ah,
and
nice.
torture. It's because it's what I enjoy doing. And I know last week kind of ended on a big bang. Not last week, my last album pick, and I ended on this is it for metal albums. But we're bringing.
Well, last time was
I
it?
said that last time.
That's what I mean.
But didn't you then remember 2 other artists last time? So this must mean you're compromising and not picking an artist.
Well, it's Architects, boys.
So just don't tell us for a start that it is the end of the metal pits, because it's not going to happen.
Because it's yeah. Well, this album's very very different. It's not like the other one that you guys all hated. It's different. It's actually got the guy from Royal Blood in it.
He hasn't even said the album name yet.
Your favourite band, Royal Blood?
For those that wish to exist is the album name. by Architects, and it's got the guy from Royal Blood in it. He doesn't actually sing in it. He just plays bass.
He's just there somewhere.
He just plays bass in it.
How do you spell
Wait, are you
Architects? Because
joking?
he just keeps coming up with Arctic Monkeys.
No, he's got a song where he doesn't sing in. He just plays bass in.
Really?
I can't spell.
Yeah.
I can't spell. How do you spell
Arc
Architects?
with a H
Arc-
and then Eartex.
Etex.
Oh, there we go. That
There you go.
actually helped.
I know it helped. I love the name of the last song, by the way. Dying is absolutely
Oh my god!
insane.
What?
Hello?
It's got fucking Simon Neil on the album.
Who's Simon Neil?
Biffy Clyro, lead singer.
Oh, there you go.
I know what my favourite song is.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's called Winston McCall.
I think it's called Simon Neil, thank you very much.
I mean, I
And
can...
what album are we doing?
the top.
For those that wish to exist.
Oh, dude, I'm not going to say. I saw Winston. I thought that was Winston Churchill.
Church.
There he is. I can't believe they brought him
Stormed
back
him on the
for one,
beaches.
for one night only. Winston Churchill's back from the grave.
We will flank them on the beaches.
It's just like fucking screamo shit, and then he's just like, "We'll defeat the Nazi threat."
Who's the guy from Royal Blood?
Mike Kerr.
Mr. Blood.
I cannot
No, he
believe
has his own music.
Simon Neil is on this album.
Well, we already know he was really good in Shaun of the Dead. You don't need to keep bringing him up.
Oh, and he screams. Oh, interesting.
You're already listening to it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Did
shit.
you know?
That's crazy.
I thought we did this album, an Architects album, within 5 picks. But do you know actually how long ago it was?
It was 2 years.
It was 2 years.
It was actually
Nearly
before
2 years
before
ago.
we started recording album review.
I think it was just that bad. It ingrained on us that like it felt like it's always right behind us. You look over your shoulder in a dark alley, and there's Architects ready to ruin your night.
So my predictions here. Will's going to actually kind of like all this.
Why is he? No, he's not. He's literally
is.
not.
He
He's
is.
found one song
And
with Simon Pegg in it.
You're still going to hate it, and Denver's going to be like meh. That's how I think this is going to go. That's just my prediction.
I can't wait for this.
Tune
to
in
rate
next
about
time.
15.
To find
Can't
out.
wait for Aiden to be like, fuck me, this is amazing. We'll go, it's all shit apart from Simon Neil.
That's the problem. Like you've already Will is so unbelievably biased with these things that now that he's seen it and he's heard the name, he's just like, "That's it. It's my favourite song. It's the best song, and I love
It
Architects
had to be.
now.
It was obvious, wasn't it? I
It
couldn't
was
help it.
obvious.
guys.
I couldn't help
be
it.
biased.
I'm
My
not actually-
penis
I've
so
not actually
Hang on a
heard that one
second.
yet.
I'm not fucking biased.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You literally, 20 minutes ago, said how you were a bit biased in the Ed Sheeran review.
No, in this review.
Oh, this
In
review.
this review.
Yeah, but so did Aiden.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
I
but he's
am
not
biased.
saying... He's
Well,
biased towards hating it.
Like you're biased just because you've now heard somebody that you know, and you're just like, "This is the best song."
Just the best song, mate.
No, that's because it's got my favourite. Oh my fuck! I can't be asked. Just carry on.
Were you actually about to say no? It's because I'm biased.
No, I wasn't going to
Because it
say
feels
that.
like you were going to say that.
I was going to say because I'm obviously going to like a song that's got literally my favourite artist in it. Why would
It's
I not
almost
like
like
it?
you're biased towards it.
Any female singers in this?
Doesn't look like any female
I'm not
singers.
biased then.
I think Winston McCall sounds like a female name, right?
Yeah, to be fair, you can't
Sorry,
assume
Will.
genders.
That's the lead singer of Biffy Clyro. Did you know?
Winston McCall. Oh, they're in Time Is Money by Yumi at 6. Do you remember
Yeah, I
that
knew
song?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I knew that.
So what's your closing thought, Joe?
Did you know that fucking lobsters, they communicate by pissing on each other,